Brilliance Audio presents Ask a North Korean. Defectors talk about their lives inside the world's most secretive nation. By Daniel Tudor. Forward by Andrei Lankov. Performed by P.J. Oakland and Greta Jung. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK, better known around the world as North Korea, is considered a byword for communist, collectivist economic control. But how accurate a depiction is this? Not very is the answer. When state founder Kim Il-sung was alive, citizens received rations, free education, housing, and health care from the state. Though, admittedly, the standard of these was not necessarily great. But following the collapse of the Soviet Union, and more importantly, a devastating nationwide famine in the mid-1990s, this system broke down. Today, the average North Korean receives almost nothing from their government. As a result of the state's virtual bankruptcy, almost all North Koreans today are dependent upon private trade, otherwise known as capitalism. Those with connections and border access can bring in goods from China. Middlemen can transport those goods across the country. Middle-aged ladies can sell them in street markets, and officials can collect bribes for looking the other way. Senior officials in Pyongyang can collect much larger bribes from members of a newly emerging financial elite who engage in industries as diverse as apartment construction, department stores, and craft beer pubs. None of this is technically legal. But it is a culture that has grown to the point where the state cannot truly control it. In the past, all but the elite lived in the same way. Today, though, there are North Koreans with money and who want to show it. Those who can afford it may take regular vacations and drive fancy cars, have plastic surgery, and use imported cosmetics. More on these to follow. Sadly, extreme poverty still exists in North Korea, particularly in rural areas and smaller cities away from either Pyongyang or the Chinese border. Life is tough for the majority.
Traditionally, people in North Korea did not have the freedom to choose their occupation. You were assigned a job by the government, and it became your lifelong job. The reason for this is very simple. As part of maintaining strict control over all kinds of resources under its collectivist system, the government researches how many people are needed in each industry and location, and assigns people accordingly. But things changed after the rationing system broke down in the 1990s. Your official job is now nothing more than a meaningless title you can mention when asked. Where do you work? The factories stopped manufacturing long ago, and factory workers cannot expect compensation for their labor. Even though you have a job from the government, you have to find your own ways of earning a living. That's why many parents in North Korea have started bribing government officers even before their kids graduate high school. They want their kids to get decent jobs that still pay salaries and provide rations. Among the most popular workplaces in North Korea are organizations earning foreign currency. Those organizations, launched in the early 2000s, have now spread everywhere in North Korea. What they are doing is basically exporting North Korean resources abroad and creating funds for the government. People working in those organizations still receive rations, and on top of that, they also have a chance for additional income, depending on their performance. People working in these organizations are admired, much like those in big companies, such as Samsung in South Korea. Foreign currency earning organizations are very powerful because most of them are under the umbrella of the party, the armed forces, or other powerful government agencies. Competition to get into those organizations is severe, and you need to have either a very strong family background or a lot of money to be employed there. Actually, most of the people working in those organizations are children of party officers or executives of wealthy foreign currency earning organizations. Some factories have been very popular among job seekers, due to their being under the direct supervision of Kim Jong-il or Kim Jong-un. Direct supervision from the Kim family means exceptionally good conditions. It means raw materials will be provided by the government so that actual production can take place. Workers will therefore receive rations. Also, some workers will have access to products that they can steal and sell elsewhere.